This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. Hello everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. Unfortunately, this video, I was hoping that it would be a live stream, just like the last one was, the first part of this video where I looked at the lots of the stallion was a live stream. But despite I live in a city called Peterborough in the UK, and it's always portrayed as a growing city, fastest growing city by population, infrastructure, that sort of thing. But despite me living less than a mile and a half from the city centre of one of the busiest growing cities in this country, there's just no Wi-Fi. BT Wi-Fi just seemed to totally disappear. So there's no access to any Wi-Fi at all unless people decide to pay for it. That's just not an option. People shouldn't need to pay for things that are in the air. So unfortunately, the internet we can get at the moment isn't really as strong enough to sustain a live stream. I think it will just drop out. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do this as a quick pre-record, this section. Basically, the stallion we looked at back in, I don't know when it was, probably October time, was Persian King. Of course, he was quite a good horse on the track, as 8 out of 13 of his victories. For a classic winner in France as well. And at 4, he was also a Group 1 winner as well in the Prix d'Ispahan. What I will do now is about this video, I will put a link up onto the first part where you will hear me discuss the lots of the horses, etc. And I will put a link up there about now to that card. What people will need to do is they will need to right-click the card, and then they can watch it, pause this video, right-click open another tab, and watch that video, then come back and watch this one. And then they will be familiar with the lots that I'm going to be looking at in a moment. The lots were identified in October. Like I said, I was hoping to get this done a lot sooner and a live stream. It's now time to have a look and review what happened to these lots at the sales. We're just going to do them in a lot of number. We're going to do the Arcana sale first, and then we're going to look at the 3 from Goff's Orby sale, book 1, and we're also going to look at the one at Tattersall's as well, book 1, I think that was. So the first one we took a look at was lot 4. People will see that Persian King out of Oikel. And this one was actually, normally you can find out what has happened to them somehow. Absent. There you go. This horse, lot 4, was unfortunately withdrawn from public sale. I mean, this happens quite a lot. The public, I will always maintain that the public will only sold the bad horses. No good horse, really, will ever be available to the public. The owner breeders will breed the horses themselves. They will keep the good ones and sell what they think are the bad ones. But luckily, they do make mistakes. They're not very adept at what they do. So some of the horses can end up in public hands and turn out to be quite good. This one was actually withdrawn from the sale. Lot 4. Repository information there from the vet. It's all in French, unfortunately. Maybe the next one we look at, where I will click the English tab before we start. So that one there, no sale. Lot 47. Let's get back this to the English version first. Lot number 47 was out of a dam called Salyana. And you'll see there that, again, this one was not sold. $42,000 bought back in. I wouldn't be looking at letting a horse go like this for $42,000 either. Very well bred horse. So I think they would have done the right thing, but people, that's 2 lots, and we've not managed to have a sale yet. Lot 56 was out of a dam called Sivolier. Click the English tab already, and slow the internet is here, you see. Biggest city, one of the biggest cities in Europe, and I'm working on dial-up speed internets here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Lot 56 out of a dam called Safrua. Again, this horse was withdrawn from the sales. You know, who knows why these horses have been withdrawn? I'm identifying what I think are the best ones. And out of the crop of Persian King, his first racing crop, and nobody's even letting the public have a look at them. They're entering them in the sales, and then they're not even going to the sales. The second one, lot 47, didn't really reach the asking price of what they would have liked. So this one also was withdrawn. Lot number 56. Let's have a look now at lot number 115, shall we? This was out of Warzuzu, wasn't it? Related to Junko, who recently won the Group 1 in Germany. So that was a nice little boost to his pedigree, even after I'd identified this horse. Junko had won that, and we've sold one. Freddie Head has bought this horse off Harris Etram for €160,000. Fair price, really, isn't it? You know, obviously, I wouldn't have. I don't know whether he'd prove to be worth that. First season stallions can also, in my view, always go one way or the other. But it's related to some very nice horses, without any shadow of a doubt. And that one has been sold to Frederick Head for €160,000. And this date was even after the horse was sold. Junko had won the Group 1 in Germany. So I imagine that Freddie Head would be patting himself on the back there after buying that. So that's the first one that we've had sold. On to the next one now. 145. This lot number was. And this one was out of Aurora Gold. This is a proper Juddmonte horse from the family of Midday, Midterm. Look at that pedigree there, look. Absolutely incredible. And Richard Hannon. Peter and Ross Doyle, together with Richard Hannon, have signed for this one for €135,000. Very interesting. This one could be set for a career in England. €135,000. You can see why the other one, why they brought the one back in for 42,000, can't you? I mean, the two that we have had sold that have dared turned up have raised well over €100,000. The next lot is a lot 168. I must remember next time I use the Arcana site to put the English, save the English bookmark, save a bit of time, won't it? This one out of Cap Verite, listed winner, family of. There's a new mandate there. That one, another listed race in Australia, not so long ago. That's from the family of Warsan, Needlegun, Luso, etc. A proper good old-fashioned middle distance horse, I think this one will prove to be. And that one has been bought back in as well for bidding got to as high as €70,000. And Le Motteret decided not to let it go for that and keep it themselves, which I think was, again, looking at what the last two made of over 100,000, a good decision. They'd rather keep it themselves than give the public a bargain. Lot 207 could arguably be one of the biggest bargains at the whole sale. Looking at this, lot number 207, out of a dam called Extra Charge. You'll see that it's from the family of Wootton Bassett. Other horses there under the third dam, such as Silver Patriarch, My Patriarch, other sires there, Papino. That's got a Gold Cup winner. But Wootton Bassett was the reason I identified this. The dam of Wootton Bassett is related to the second dam of the horse. And that was by the Haret de Mont. That's been bought a bargain of €25,000. Bought by Federico Barberini and Ahmed Al Sheikh. Who knows where this one will be trained? €25,000. Very good price indeed, considering the others had gone to 13,000 last year. They doubled the money, but this one has gone nowhere near the price of the others. 70,000 and two over 100,000. I'd say this one is an absolute bargain at €25,000. And all credit to Connections for picking it up. The last one is lot 263. Persian King again, out of a dam called Kylia. This is from the family of Allée Latour and Urban Sea. The fourth dam is Allée Latour, the fifth dam is Allegretta, the dam of Urban Sea and King's Best. The family of Great House, a good French winner. Tamieuse as well. You know, some very good horses in the pedigree of this. And this one was sold as well to Saal Trottin Bloodstock for €55,000. Who knows, really? Harass du Capuchins sold it well for €55,000. And we wish Connections best of luck with it. Very interesting. I think that's a nice price as well. It's no worse bred than the ones that we've seen that have gone through that 100-odd thousand. One at 25, one at 55, one at 70, and two over 100, and a few not sold at Arcana. Now we're on to the Goff sale. The first lot we identified at Goff's was lot 81. This is from family of Shanaza and a good Aga Khan family from the family of Shergar. The fourth dam is the dam of Shergar. Very interesting horse, and this one has only been sold for €17,000. Sold to MC Thoroughbreds and consigned by Oghill House Stud. 17,000. What an absolute bargain. Very well bred horse. Proper Aga Khan stock for $17,000. You would have to be delighted with that if you were MC Thoroughbreds. The second one identified at Orby was 131. A bay colt out of Taranto, the families of Territory and a Shamadal, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Helsinki, Helen Street Cry, Helsinki, the dam of Shamadal as well. Street Cry, Territories. Some very good stallions in this pedigree, without any shadow of a doubt. Half brother to Territories, this one. £7,000. I mean, how has that gone for 7,000? What an absolute bargain. €7,000. Absolutely superb. It's described as a bit of a box walker at the sale, whatever that means. If that means you get a horse like that for £7,000, €7,000, then people will be absolutely delighted at that. Superb horse. Beautifully bred horse. €7,000. The final one at Orby was lot 407 out of a dam called Hureya. From the family of Ramouche. Oh yeah, Sarrier family, isn't it? Back to Urban Sea, obviously. I think Sarrier, people look at the pedigree, it only goes back 3 dams. Very, very good pedigree this horse has got. I can't remember now who the fourth dam of Sarrier is. It's been a long weekend. I'm pretty sure Sarrier is out of Urban Sea, but we don't do pretty certains here. We will. So easy to just jump in and have a quick look. Oh no, sorry, Height of Fashion. You see, good job we do look at these things. Height of Fashion is the next dam up of Sire, which brings all those superb Juddmonte breedings into the pedigree. Ramouche, there's like Gennati, who's the dam of Mutasabek, who's now at stud. Starting from this season, very well bred horse. No vices at all this time. And this one has been sold to High Flyer Bloodstock for €35,000. Safe to say then that the bargains were definitely at Goffs and not at Arcana, where only the one at Arcana and the three at Goffs have all gone. And this is the highest expensive one of €35,000, which I think is an absolute bargain. Really is, consigned by the Castlebridge consignment. High Flyer, very nice job there done of €35,000. And the last one we picked up was lot 497 at Tattersall's, out of a dam called Miss Monde. That's from the family of Miss France, Oaks winner, Beach Bunny, Miss Tahiti. Some very nice horses in the pedigree of this one. Group 3 winners as well. Caulfield, Mask of Time. And this lot was in fact consigned by the Yeomanstown Stud in Ireland and was actually withdrawn. So very good indeed, very good. I do think that some nice bargains were spotted there without any shadow of a doubt. Some very nice horses moving forward. What's the next stage really of this little story is maybe to come back in a year or so's time when they've all had a 2-year-old campaign and see if we can actually find them on the track. Could be a bit difficult as it stands at the moment. Some of them aren't named or anything like that, you see. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to go through the dams and then find them and see and take a look at their racing careers. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. What I will do is I will give everybody who has watched this video and has chosen not to an opportunity to subscribe at the end of it. And I'll also leave a playlist to the 2-year-olds identified this year. But for now, take care, everybody. Thank you very much for watching and look after yourselves.